Good evening, everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino. So we have some updated levels. Let's look at Bitcoin Cash, US dollar, 4-hour chart first. We had a potential double top. We now have, it's a better formed horizontal channel. So we're going to update our levels to that horizontal channel. So let me remove the double bottom targets or the double top targets. And now if we get a close lower below the 21 EMA, so essentially below the 430 level, the major targets down here at a significant level and the rising 50-period exponential moving average, which is around 397. Targets in front of that are 407 and 416. So those, if we do get a sell-off, those are the levels you're going to be watching for. Those are accumulation levels if you get reversal patterns. If we get a close above the 470 level, then the new targets, the upside, 487.77, 496.77, and 505.77. And the other targets are still in place from the video yesterday. Just checking on the daily chart. Can see if we did trigger horizontal channel, most of the targets would still be above the rotation zone, which is right here, except for the final target would just slightly dip in, but this would still be a very bullish pullback. Right now we have an inside bar from yesterday, so it's just consolidating, and then we're going to see the next way it's going to break out, whether higher or lower. And if it breaks out higher, we have our new targets. If it breaks down lower, we're watching for areas to accumulate more Bitcoin Cash at. Okay, so here's Bitcoin US dollar 4-hour chart. Remember, it spiked up to our 63.35 level, then pulled back to the rotation zone, rotated back up nicely. Already just shy. The high was 64.50. Again, nice round number. People love to key off these round numbers. Our next major target is 64.71, so that one is still in place. And we've also been able to update a couple more targets. Oops, that is a wrong level. It moved. All right. The next major target's higher. We now have that 62.5 projection from the breakout on the triangle. And that now is lining up exactly with our next GAN level. So 65.50 area is going to be a very powerful area. Again, 64.50 was powerful. 65.50 is the next major area. Then 66.54. So essentially, for some reason, it's coming in right at these 50 areas. So that's what we target to the upside. And then the overall target remains in place, 69.10. Let's switch over to the daily just to take an update, because it's always good to keep the larger term perspective in. Still moving sideways, 8 coming up to push the price higher, so that's still a very bullish pattern. If for some reason we do pull back, major support now at 6,000. We have the rising 8 EMA and the prior breakout level. So that's what you'd be watching for very key support. Should we get some sudden pullback, you never know what news is going to come out in the Bitcoin world. Switching over to Ethereum US dollar 4-hour chart, we had a potential double top. It's now that turned into a triple top, which is more likely a continuation pattern. But let me see here. We're just going to remove that, and we now have the targets to the downside. Should this break lower, we have on a close below about the 304 level. We then watch for the 301, which is also where the rising 50-period exponential moving average is. Then the 360, then 299.35. If this does close to the upside, we'd be watching for a close above this about 309.50 level. We'd be watching for 311.92, 312.49, and then 314.44. Our other major targets are still in play that take us to 315.47 to 315.78 and then 318.46. Remember, when we're talking about upside targets in Ethereum, these might be areas you either remove something or move a stop up if you're one to trail stops. And if you're more aggressive, then you'll go for the higher price target. If you're more conservative, then going to take some off and re-add it with the rising rotation zone, then you'll go for some closer targets. This breaks down. Again, Ethereum's not one we're looking to short. We will be looking for these key levels to possibly accumulate more depending on the price action. Again, daily chart, Ethereum. Okay, daily chart Ethereum right now, we can see don't yet have the first cross. We could still pull back, and there's major moving average support around these targets, so that will be powerful if we pull back. But if we turn higher, then we'll eventually get the first cross again of the rotation zone. Then we'll be also looking for daily pullbacks to the rotation zone as possible accumulation points. That's our quick crypto update on Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Nothing else to really report in the other ones. When there is, we will update those also. Thanks for all the comments. Keep them coming. And thanks for subscribing. We will talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.